Mic testing, mic testing, mic testing. There's no sound. All right. So, do you hear any sound now? Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to my current mic. This is not working. Um, Let me go to setting and change a little bit. Hmm. Yeah, this one is a bit troublesome. Maybe I will need to restart it sometime. Mic test, mic test, mic test. 1, 2, 3. All right. Yeah, because I literally use my webcam mic. Yeah, I have a microphone here, but it doesn't seem working here. But it's fine. Then we just use the webcam mic. Yeah, as long as you can hear. Yeah, next time I better restart my computer before I do a live streaming. Because it doesn't work. All right. Okay, let's go to the paper 2, Kelantan. Yeah, this is all the formula given. Right, the first question here, they give us some ratio, so we will need to solve the ratio thingy here. TS is ratio 1 and OS is ratio 6. So this is 1, OS is 6, so this one is 5. Basically just 6 minus 1, you get 5. Alright, and then the radius, right? The OR is 12 centimeter. Here is 12 centimeter. So this one is also 12 centimeter, right? Because it is radius also. So if 12 centimeter divide into the 6 ratio, each ratio is 2 centimeter, isn't it? So I can say 5 ratio is 10 cm and 1 ratio is 2 cm. Okay, now I can find the theta because this is right angle triangle. I can use SOHCAHTOA to find. So obviously here I will use the cos. So I say cos theta equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. Since I want my answer in radian, I think I will straight away use the calculator. So shift cos 10 over 12. So it's 0.5857 radian. Okay, if 3 decimal, I think it's cool also. 586 radian should be fine. Okay, then find the area of shaded region. Okay, so if area of shaded region, this one should be quite easy. Basically, use the sector minus a right angle triangle, isn't it? If you want to find RT, you can use the Pythagoras. If I want to find RT, Pythagoras is square root of hypotenuse square, 12 square minus 10 square. So if square root of 12 square minus 10 square, I will get 2 third 11 or decimal, depend which one you want to put. Okay, so here I just put 2 third 11. Okay, if you prefer decimal, you can go ahead and do decimal. Alright, now I want to find area of shaded region. So basically, the area of shaded region is half r square theta minus half time base time height, isn't it? I'm in A-level math. Okay, good to know you go to A-level now. This is 12 square and my radian is 0.586 minus half time base time height. So basically is 2 third 11 multiply with 10, isn't it? Okay, or you can do half AB sine C, you will get the same result. Then you just type everything into here, you will get a nice answer. Multiply 12 square, multiply 0.586 minus 1 over, yeah, actually you can simplify that, become 5. 5 multiplied 2 is 10 third 11. So yeah, your final answer should be something like this, cm squared. Okay, so yeah, this 4 mark is surprisingly easy. Next question. This is system equation. Okay, table 1 show an advertisement for the sales of the motorcycle at the promotion price that has been issued by a motorcycle manufacturing factory. So you have some different type of motorcycle. I think this is way too cheap. I think real life should be slightly more expensive, right? But it doesn't matter. So like for this one 125cc one, they sell right now, they're selling 5,500. Yeah, the original price is 7,000 lah, but it doesn't matter lah. So this price is what we want to carry right now lah. Basically, they have the promotion for each of the motorcycle. Okay, then the motorcycle factory has successfully sold 140 of these three type of motorcycle in the month of December 2021. You can see on the top they actually also say it's promotion for December 2021. So I believe it's the same flyer. Right, so then I do not know how many unit I sell for 125cc one. I'm going to call that X unit. 150cc Y unit. 155cc is Z unit. So XYZ right now is the number of motorcycle we sell in December. Alright, so it's a number of unit. So here they actually tell us total they sold about 140 unit. So the first equation I can say is X plus Y plus Z will equals to 140. Okay, then I will continue read. And he has and make a total profit of 515,000. Okay, this one is a keyword, is a profit. Because total profit and total revenue, they are not the same thing. Okay, if total revenue, then we will just X multiply 550, then Y multiply 9,000, then Z multiply 11,000, plus all of them together, we get total revenue. But over here, total profit, in order to get the profit, we must take the selling price. We must take the selling price minus the costing, isn't it? So what we want to do is we already know the selling price is on the flyer on the table 1, but we do not know the cost, so we will continue to read. It's known that the cost incurred by the motorcycle factory to produce 125cc is 3,000, 150cc is 5,000, and 155cc is 6,000. So this is the cost for each of them. So I'm going to write down the cost at the bottom for each of them. This one is 3,000. Then for 150cc, this cost is 5,000. Lastly, this cost will be 6,000. Okay, maybe I write on higher a bit. This one is 3,000. Okay, this is their costing. Okay, so right now, if I want to do a profit, you can see if I want to do a profit for each of them, right, I will take the harga promosi, right, mean the promotion price minus the costing. So the profit, if you sell about 125cc, profit is 2,500. So this one, if you minus, the profit is about 4,000. And then lastly, the profit is about 5,000. Yeah, you should be able to see, right? So I want to form a total profit, right? 515. So this is what I will write. I will say 2,500 is a profit for X. I mean, selling number of X is a profit for 125cc plus 4,000 profit, and then multiply the Y plus 5,000 profit, and then multiply with Z. I will get 515,000. And if you see carefully, right, normally we will just divide 20 at least, right? We will just divide 20. And then all this number obviously can still divide it by 5, right? So I will divide 5 here, divide 5 here, divide 5 here, divide 5 here. So this one will give me 5x. This one will give me 8y. This one will give me 10z. 5150 divided by 5. This one will give me 1030. So this is first equation. This is second equation. Okay, so how I get this equation? By using the profit information. How do I get this equation? By the total unit of selling, isn't it? 140 units that sell. Okay. Lastly, we need one more equation because we have x, y, z, right? Need 3 equations. So they can say the cost incurred for this 3 type of motor is 630,000. So this one is costing itself. So that means how many each type of motorcycle was sold in the month of December 2021. So this one is 3,000. I will multiply with this one. I will multiply with X. This one I multiply with Y. This one I multiply with Z, and then I get this number. Okay. I will write it down. So it's 3,000 X plus 5,000 Y plus 6,000 Z. Is it 6,000? Yeah, equals to 630,000. So obviously we will cut 30 for each of them. We divide 1,000 basically. Divide 1,000 for each of them. So I will get 3x plus 5y plus 6z equals to 630. This is my third equation. So right now, how do I get my third equation? By using the information of costing. Total of the costing is 630,000. So right now, we have three equations already. So normally I will just use a calculator to quickly get my x, y, z answer first. Then only I start to do simultaneous equation, 3 unknown. So the first one, x, y, z, the coefficient is 1, 1, 1 for each, equals 140. For my second equation, this one is 5, 8, 10, 1, 0, 3, 0. Lastly, this is 3, 5, 6, 6, 3, 0. If I get very weird answer for x, y, z, then I will just check my equation again. So according to the answer, they say x, I actually sell 50 unit, y, I sell 60 unit, and z, I sell 30 unit. So normally I will try to plus together, see is 140 unit. So 50 plus 60 plus 30, yeah, is 140 unit. Then I assume my answer is correct here. Okay, so okay, do you want me to solve this one together with you? Because this one isn't too bad, right? Okay. Let's do together lah. Because normally I'm a bit lazy to do this. But yeah, never mind. We eliminate the x lah. Eliminate the x, okay? So we get y and z. So I prefer I will use first equation and second equation, and first equation and third equation. So I use first equation like 2 times to do an elimination because it got 1x, right? So it's very easy to multiply. So right now, I will do first equation to second equation first. So you can say second equation I have 5x, right? First equation I only have 1x. So I will multiply 5 for first equation to get both equation also have 5x. Okay, so I will say first equation multiply 5. So I have 5x plus 5y plus 5z equals to 140 times 5, 700. Okay, so then I will take the second equation, copy at the bottom, because right now I want to do elimination, 1030. I can minus them. Okay, so so this one is negative 3y minus 5z equals to minus 1030. So it's negative 330. Multiply negative for whole equation equals to 330. Okay, this one is one of my equation. Maybe I call this one my fourth equation. Okay, then I will use the first equation and the third equation. You can see in the third equation, I have 3x, right? First equation is only 1x. So I will multiply 3 for the first equation in order to get the 3x. Then I can do the elimination here. So, okay. So maybe I write on the top here, save myself some time. So here I can say first equation multiply 3. So I should have 3x plus 3y plus 3z equals to 420 after I multiply. And then I copy the third equation, 3x plus 5y plus 6z. Yeah, this one obviously is number, this number is higher. Maybe I put on the top, it's easier. 3x plus 5y plus 6z equals to 630. Okay, then I will minus them to eliminate. I got 2y plus 3z equals to 210. Okay, this one I say is my fifth equation. Okay, so now I have both equation with, you pay attention at 4 and 5. Yeah, my equation 4 and 5 is over there. So, okay, if I want to eliminate again, maybe I make both of them have 6y. because this one is 2y, right? This one is 3y. So that means here I multiply 3 to get 6y. Here I multiply 2 to get 6y. Okay, so I multiply, let's do it. Okay, this one if I multiply 2, I should get 6y plus 10z equals to 660. Okay, now I got 6y. And then top I also multiply 3. 6y plus 9z, 6y plus 9z equals to 630. Okay, if I minus them, I should get z equals to 30. You see, my z equals to 30. This answer is correct. After I got z equals to 30 already, I can sub into any equation to find my y. Normally, I sub into an equation which have two unknown. So let's say I sub z equals to 30 back into the fourth equation. So 3y plus 5 times 30 is 150 equals to 330. So my 3y should equals to 160. Is it 160? No, 180, is it? Yeah, 180. Then y is 60. Do you see my y is 60? Yeah, correct. And then last, sub back to the first equation. Just now we know x plus y plus z equals to 140, isn't it? Then x equals to 50. Done. So you can see my x is 50. Yeah, so all my answer is correct. So over here, I literally use the elimination method. I believe some students prefer substitution method. You can go ahead and try it out. You definitely should get the same answer with mine. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I seldom want to do a system equation in the life because I find that it's basically simultaneous, just more unknown. Yeah, most of the students should know how to do. But today I just did just in case some students have very weak basic. So yeah, I hope it can help you. The elimination methods. Okay, cool. Next one. Okay, so for this one, tangent and modulus. And in front of modulus and minus. Alright, so and then we got plus 1. So this is what I will do. First thing is you need to understand what is the meaning for modulus for tangent graph first. So original tangent graph actually look like this. Okay, but if this one what I'm drawing right now is tangent x, y equals to tangent x. So if I want to modulus tangent x, that means whatever below the x-axis one, I'm going to do a reflection. Here we'll do a reflection. So, yep, so I should have something like this. Yeah, so you can see this is what happened if I modulus it. Okay, this is modulus tangent x. What if I add the negative in front of the modulus? Then the whole thing going to reflect downwards. So you will get something like this. You will get a so-called reflection. Yep, this is what happened if you have the negative modulus tangent x. You're going to reflection on the x-axis. Okay, then what if you plus 1? Then the whole thing going to move up 1 unit. If I move up 1 unit, basically that's mean my x-axis going to be here. This line right now is y equals to 1. So yep, so you can see here is 1. Then I have a dotted line like this. Okay, so this one will be 2 pi. Alright, then here will be 1 pi. Okay, this is what happens if you want to sketch this kind of graph. You need to understand what is the meaning of modulus, what is the meaning of negative sign in front of the modulus, which is your amplitude is negative 1, and what happened, this is plus 1. Okay, so then you will get a graph something like this. Okay, if you want me to redraw the whole thing, yeah, I can. Because I already understand the equation, right? So normally if I draw myself, I already know I only have a 1 above the x-axis. So you see, I draw this one first. I always do the C first. Then I will analyze my A and my amplitude side, and my modulus sign. So this is my y-axis, right? So I already know like this. Then we have a dotted line. And then like this. Okay, this one consider 1 pi. Because this is like tangent 1x only, right? Then I will do again like this. Dotted line. Like this. So you can see at 1 here, I have the second pi. Okay, so you want to make it longer, yeah, go ahead and do that. Make it closer to the dotted line. So the dotted line is basically 90 degree and 270 degree, which is pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. Okay, so okay, now I'm done already. Part B. Okay, so for part B, I want to sub my y into that. So what I want to do is, since I know my y is negative modulus tangent x plus 1, I kind of will divide pi for every single one. Divide pi here, divide pi here, divide pi here, divide pi here. So I should have negative modulus tangent x minus 1 plus x over pi equals to 0. Okay, yeah, you can imagine if negative multiply into both. This one is negative modulus tangent x plus 1. This one I'm going to move to the other side. Become negative x over pi plus 1. So I literally move these two things to the other side of the equal. Okay, why I want to do that? Because is this thing same as your y? You see carefully, this one is exactly your y, right? So therefore, y equals to negative x over pi plus 1. Then I will need to draw this straight line into my graph here to find the number of solution, right? Because they will ask you to determine the number of solution. So yep, so I will give myself a table, simple table can already. X and y. My x, I prefer use 0 and 2 pi most of the time. The starting x value and the ending x value. This is normally what I want to do. So if I sub the 0 into this equation, negative 0 over pi plus 1, I get 1 isn't it? If I sub the 2 pi into the equation, negative 2 pi over pi plus 1. Cut negative 2 plus 1, this is negative 1 isn't it? Now I got two coordinates here. So one will be 0, 1, which is here. One will be 2 pi and negative 1. I assume it's somewhere lower. Then I will just draw a line to connect them. Okay, it's a straight line. I assume it's a straight line, okay? Yeah, I don't have ruler here. I have lah, ruler is very hard to use. So how many intersection point? 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore, number of solution is 4. Done. 7 mark trigonometry. Any question you guys want to ask me? Yeah, I'm a bit sorry for today. Actually, it's quite late. Yeah, because I got something to do just now. So is everything okay? Then I will just continue. If any part you don't understand or you're not sure, you can let me know. I can try my best to help you explain to you. So we have a diagram to actually show a tangent to the curve at the point A. So the tangent intersect the y-axis at the point B. I can obviously see this line is tangent. And this line will be normal. Okay. Then a straight line which is perpendicular to the curve at the point A and intersect y-axis at the point C. Yeah, obviously. Find the equation of the straight line AC. Okay. First thing is we want to know what is the gradient of tangent. I want to know what is the gradient for this line, which is the gradient of tangent. In order to find gradient of the tangent, right, we will do dy dx first. I will get 2x. And then we will sub x value into dy dx when my x equals to 2. Because tangent at the point A. Point A x value is 2. Then my dy dx is 2 multiplied 2, which is 4. So 4 is my gradient of tangent. So it's 4. Then since they are perpendicular, my gradient of normal multiplied gradient of tangent must be always negative 1, right? So gradient of tangent multiplied gradient of normal must be negative 1. So gradient of normal should be negative 1 over 4, isn't it? Now I have the point A, I can form the equation of AC easily. So y minus 7 equals to mx minus 2. Yeah, y equals to negative 1 over 4x plus 1 over 2 plus 7. Got that equation. 1 over 4x plus 15 over 2. Okay, this is how I get a formula. Just need to understand how to find gradient of tangent. Basically, you just do the dy dx, sub the x value into it, sub the tangent point x value into your dy dx. Then you can get a gradient of tangent. Once you get a gradient of tangent, you can get gradient of normal, or over here they call perpendicular gradient. Yeah, by you doing this formula, m1, m2 equals to negative 1. Whenever you have 90 degree, I will use this formula. All right. We have some diagram here. Given the area of quadrilateral is 80, find the value of A. Alright. Yeah, this one seems like quite a lot of works need to be done. Yeah, so the mark is given is a bit too little, but it doesn't matter. So since the area tail is 80, that's means I will use the area formula. 1 over 2 and then modulus. I will put the coordinate P, Q, R, S, then repeat coordinate P. Okay, my X, Y, my X, Y, my X, Y, my X, Y. Repeat the first one, my X, Y equals to 80. Okay, this is how I use the area formula to do that. Oh, just now we had two coordinates. Yeah, you have two coordinates. You can use the gradient formula. No need to do dy dx also can. Okay, you can just use the gradient formula. But I believe you will get 4 also, right? 7 plus 1 over 2 minus 0. Yeah, 8 over 2 is still 4. Yeah, so you can either use dy dx or you straight away take these two coordinates to use the gradient formula. Just now I didn't see that. So I will just straight away use the dy dx. Okay, let me come back to this one. So okay, so first thing is we're going to move the 1 over 2 to the other side, multiply 2, I'll get 160. And then I will get rid of my modulus. If I get rid of my modulus here, the other side will get plus minus 160. Okay, later only we decide we want to take positive 160 or negative 160. Okay, so right now what I want to do is I'm going to cross over multiply. I'm going to multiply like this first. So this one will give me negative 15a minus 4a minus 24 minus 8. Okay, then I put a minus, then I will multiply at the opposite direction. Do you see the red color arrow? So this one is 16a plus 18a and then plus 2 plus 20 equals to plus minus 160. Okay, then we will just try to solve this thing a little bit. Here I got negative 19a minus here I got 34a there. So negative 19 minus 34. So I got negative 53a. Okay, now I get rid of all the a already. Oops. Then the number here, this 2 is negative 32. This 2 is 22. Negative 32 minus 22 is 54, right? Minus 54. So I got minus 54 equals to plus minus 160. Okay, based on my position of A, I know this one is the positive value, isn't it? So my A must be bigger than 0. Okay, my A must be positive because the position of coordinate Q is the positive coordinate. So therefore, in here, if I take the positive 160, right, it will give me negative value. So in this case, I only take negative 160 because of position of Q coordinate. Okay, get it now? So I will only take a negative because if the positive 160 will give me another coordinate, which not what I want. So this one, I 53a, I move here. Then this one is 160 minus 54, isn't it? I get 106. Then a equals to 2. Okay, done. 3 mark. Yeah, so this 3 mark is a little bit troublesome because you have the plus minus thing. If you take the coordinate in the anti-clockwise direction, the area will be always positive. Really? Oh, good to know that. Yeah, so you all can take the input from the Crowley Yeah, I say if we take the coordinate anti-clockwise, maybe we do something like PSRQP, then our value will be always positive, is it? Yeah. You all can try at home. Yep. Let me move on to the next question. Alright, this is what I don't like. Permutation. 10 students were selected to the final stage of a poem recitation event in the conjunction with Independence Month. Find the number of ways the first three plays can be won by the 10 students. So yeah, this one should be fine. Okay, so because I have 10 students, right? I want to choose the 3 students to take the first, second, and third prize. Okay, or first, second, and third prize, place. Okay, then because these 3 people, I can still arrange them, right? Because some of them might get the third one, some of them might get second. I mean, one of them might get the third, one of them might get the second, and one of them might get the first. But we do not know who is that. So therefore, these 3 person, we can arrange them, right? So the easiest way is we do 10P3. That's all. 10 students, I choose 3 students, and these 3 students, they can take any of the prize. So we want to arrange them. Then you will get 720 P3. 720. Okay, maybe this one doesn't make sense to you. Okay, then we have another way we can do it. It's like this. 10 students, I choose 3 students. Okay, I choose. Then from the 3 students here, I choose 1 for the first place, for the first prize. Then I still left 2 students in there. From the 2 students there, I choose 1 for the second prize. And then the last student will take the maybe third prize. Then multiply that. Okay, you can do that also. So 10C3 times 3C1 is 3, 2C1 is 2, 1C1 is 1. So it's still 720. Okay, maybe this one make more sense to some students. Basically, 10 students, I randomly choose 3 of them. Then from 3 there, I select 1 for the third prize. Then from 2 there, I select 1 for the second prize. Then last one will for the third prize. Yeah, I hope it makes sense to you. Yeah, anyway, as long as you get 720, you are fine. Okay, B. The general manager and the chief officer, chief executive officer is CEO lah. Basically, GM and CEO. Okay, of a company attend a donation collection program for the flood victim, with their spouse. So the 4 of them. So basically, the CEO brings his wife, and then GM also bring his wife. So 4 of them were placed at the round table with 10 chairs. Find the number of arrangement can be made. The part 1, if there's no restriction. So here the most important keyword is the round table, because we have a formula for round table, right? Because round table formula is n minus 1 factorial, isn't it? So right now you have 10 chairs. These 4 people, they can randomly sit on any of the 10 chairs, isn't it? So this one is just 10 minus 1 factorial. Okay, so it should be 9 factorial. So 9 factorial, the answer should be this one, quite big. Okay, here some student might have the question is like, sir, why don't you do something like 10P4? Because, or like 10 minus 1 factorial P4? Okay, why don't we do like that? Okay, here because these 4 people, right, they can sit on any of the 10 chairs. So I would just assume they have the 10 chair like that. Okay, I give you an example to make more sense to you. Example, so let's say right now I have 2 letters A, B. And then I have 3 places to arrange the A and B lah. Okay, so some students might say, okay, if I arrange A, B in the 3 places, is it 3P2? Okay, what is 3P2? Then this is not a good example, because you will get the same correct answer also. Okay, supposedly we can arrange A and B like this, right? Or we can arrange A and B like this, and then of course A and B they can still swap place. Or we can arrange the A and B like this. But because A and B can swap place, it's 2 factorial plus 2 factorial plus 2 factorial, right? So you plus all of them, you should get 6, right? Okay, normally if this one we have 3 places here, we can say straight away say it's 3 factorial, isn't it? 3 factorial is just 6. So we can straight away get the answer of 6. But in this case, maybe just consider 3p2 also get 6. Yeah, but because this example, we just like test, I just want to explain why. Here you got 10 chair, right? You doesn't do 10p4. Because I don't think, is 10p4 the same answer? No, not the same answer, right? Because 10p4 means what? From 10 chair there, I will randomly select 4 of the chair, and then I will just rearrange the 4 of this chair. But this is not what we want, isn't it? Because these 4 people, they can sit in any place of the 10 chair. Okay? Part 2. The general manager, mean the GM and the CEO officer must sit next to their pals. Okay, so basically they want to sit next to their girlfriend or wife lah. Okay, so right now this is what happened. Imagine, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's say the CEO and the wife sitting here. This one is a CEO and his wife. Example or his spouse okay, sitting here. So from their perspective, how many remaining chair they see here? They will only see 8 of them, isn't it? So definitely the CEO can still swap place. Okay, so this is just 2 factorial. So and then 8 of them, this one is still in the round table, right? So basically is 8 minus 1 factorial. And then because CEO and wife can swap place, 2 factorial. And then the GM and his wife can swap place also, right? Then 2 factorial again. So this one should be 7 factorial times 2 times 2. So it should be 20160. Okay, done. 4 mark. Okay, if you have no idea about the round table things, I strongly recommend you to go watch some tutorial video. In my channel, I explain about this round table thing. Yeah, you can go check it out. Okay, move on. Number 6. Okay, sum of the first n term of arithmetic progression, they give us that equation, Sn equals to an squared plus bn. So express Tn in the simplest form, in terms of a, b, and n. Now, depending how you want to do it, we all know if Sn will equals to Tn will equals to the Sn minus 1, right? Okay, how to make this thing make sense? Example, if let's say I have term 1, which is a lah, and term 2, and term 3. Example, this is just an example to explain about this formula. Let's say I do S2. S2 basically is sum of these 2 terms, right? So basically S2 is T1 plus T2, right? So if I do S1 is basically T1, right? So I can say if I want to find T2, right, I will use S2 minus S1. Make sense or not? If you see carefully, if 2 is the n value, then T2, you can see this n value that follow. But then how do I get 1? Basically is n minus 1. Do you see that? Yeah, if you can understand this common logic, then we can just do a substitution. If you can't, then it will be a bit hard for you. Okay, so, yep. So, yeah, this one should be an squared plus bn minus, this one a little bracket, a n minus 1 squared plus b n minus 1. Okay, a lot of work to do like this. Actually, we have another methods we can do, but it's fine. Here we will just do first n squared minus 2m plus 1. And yeah, let me erase this thing. Plus bn minus b. Okay, so an squared plus bn minus an squared, and then plus 2an minus a, minus a plus minus bn plus b. I hope I didn't make any carry mistake in the process. This one I cancel, this one I cancel, bn and bn I cancel. So the final answer is 2an minus a plus b. Done. Okay, this is how we get the Tn. Yeah, just by solving a little bit on algebra. Okay, just now I say there's another way we can do, right? Which is by finding out sum of the value. Let's try it out here. So let's say, oh my god, it's lag already. So let me just restart it because it's just hang for a while. Okay, just now we say we have another way we can do, right? So example, so let's say I want to find a, which is the first term, right? First term is a, right? So a is basically is a1 squared plus b1, right? So first term is basically is a plus b here in this case. Then I will find s2. S2 is basically plus sum of first term and second term, right? So I just do quickly lah. This is 4a plus 2b, right? So if I want to get the T2, I can use the S2 minus S1, right? So S2 is 4a plus 2b minus a plus b. So I should get something like 3a plus b. This is my T2. So if I want to get a common difference, I will take the second term minus the first term in there. So it's 3a plus b minus a plus b. So this one should give me 2a. Okay, if I got everything already, I can do Tn using the a plus n minus 1d, right? My a is a plus b in this case. N minus 1, d is 2a. Yeah, you will still get the same result, but this one just a lot more work lah. A plus b plus 2am minus 2a. So this one should minus, so it's negative a plus b plus 2an. You realize these two answers, they are the same, right? 2an minus a plus b minus a plus b plus 2an. So both also will give you the same result. Okay, so we done the first part. The second part, S4 is 44 and S8 is that 1, 5, A and B. So basically this is simultaneous lah. Nothing very special. So S4 basically sub 4 into the SN formula lah. So I straight away do lah. Okay, save myself some time. 16A plus 4B equals to 44. Then I sub the 8 back into this equation. So I got 64A plus 8B equals to 152. Okay, eliminate them. Depend on how you want to eliminate them. Let's say I want to 16 times 4 is 64, right? So yeah, first equation times 4. First equation multiply 4. So I will get 64A plus 16B equals to 44 times 4, 176. Second equation, third equation. Then I use the second equation minus third equation. I minus them. This one gone. This one is negative 8b. 152 minus the answer just now. Negative 24. Then my b is 3. Then I can sum back to any equation I want. So 16a plus 4b, which is 12, equals to 44. Then 44 minus 12 is 32. Then A equals to 2. Okay, got the A and B now by doing a simple simultaneous. Do the substitution, 3 mark. And then find the common difference. Just now I already find the common difference, right? The common difference is what? D is 2A, right? Yeah, D is 2A. So D is equals to 2A. A is 2, right? So D is 4. Done. So they asked us to find a common difference. We just did. Okay. Yeah, they give 3 mark. Basically, I guess they assume you use the first method to find the SN just now. So therefore, you will need to go through a lot of difficult process to find the D. Yeah, but if you use the second method, right, the D is actually over here. You just sub in your A, then you get the answer. Okay, cool. 7. Okay. Okay, two number H and K are connected by a relation H plus K equals 6. Find the value of H and K, which give the turning point for that function. Hence, determine whether the stationary coordinate is the maximum or minimum. Or 5 mark, there's a lot of mark here. Okay, so in your level, your differentiation, you only have one unknown on the other side. Okay, yeah, in a higher level, you can have more than one unknown. Yeah, especially after you learn about implicit differentiation. Yeah, and then I remember last time I teach an engineer student, you still have something like selective in differentiation or something like that in a higher level. Okay, so here is not that higher level. So yeah, so what we want to do is we will do a substitution here. We got an equation H plus K equals 6, right? So okay, we make H as a subject first. So it's 6 minus K, right? Then later we will make K the subject, 6 minus H. One by one. Okay, so we sub in the first equation into here first. 2, 6 minus K square plus 3K square. Okay, you want to find stationary point. That means the dz dk must equal to 0, right? For any stationary point. Does it make sense? So if I differentiate this one, I should get 4. 6 minus k minus 1. Differentiate inside, -1 plus 6k equals to 0. Yeah, we will need to simplify this one, I guess. Negative 24 plus 4k plus 6k equals to 0. So 10k equals to 24. So k should equals to 12 over 5. Yeah, we got the k value. But do we want to find the coordinates? Or find h and k only? It doesn't ask us to find the coordinates, is it? Yeah, basically k is the coordinate. Yeah, well, k is x coordinate, right? Yeah, you can find the y coordinates by substituting. Okay, never mind. But here it doesn't ask us to find the coordinate, right? They ask us to find h and k, and then after that determines whether the stationary point is maximum or minimum. So we do need to find the coordinate. If not, you need to sub this one back into the z equation to get the so-called k and z coordinate lah. But in this case, you do not need to do that because the question doesn't ask us to do that. So we want to find h. So we want to make this equation into a h. So right now, we sub the second equation back into here. So z equals to 2h squared plus 3k squared. Okay, my k, sorry, this is h. So I will do dz dh equals to 0 for any stationary point. So differentiate this one, 4h plus 6. 6 minus h 1, -1 equals to 0. So 4h minus 36 plus 6h equals to 0. 10h equals to 36. Then h will equals to 18 over 5. Okay, done. We already find h and k by substitute different equation into the z equations to differentiate. Then right now we want to do the second derivative to whether know each of these is maximum or minimum. So okay, so I will differentiate again. Okay, this one is the equation after I simplify, right? So right now, if I do the second derivative, dk square, I should get something like 10, right? Yeah, I literally get a 10 there. So which is bigger than 0? Then it is minimum. Then this one I will do the same thing, d squared z over dh squared. This one also I will get 10, right? So yeah, this is also a minimum. Okay, so yep, this is how we get a 5 mark. B. Find the coordinate of the curve. Find the coordinate of the point on the curve such that it's normal to the gradient of the point is this one. Okay, whenever you want to find coordinate, obviously here you know you want to do dy dx. Okay, but if you say dy dx, right, dy dx always can equals to gradient of tangent at any specific coordinate lah, at any specific coordinate, at one coordinate. But gradient of dy dx will never equals to the gradient of normal. Okay, so by doing that, if I have the gradient of normal, what I want to do is I will just find what is my gradient of tangent. So multiply the gradient of tangent is -1, right? This is the formula. So if gradient of normal is -1/6, by solving this equation, you should get 6 is your gradient of tangent, right? That's mean I will do the dy dx equals to 6. So if I differentiate this one, I should get 2, 3x minus 1, and then times 3 equals to 6. So I see 6 and 6 both sides, right? Left 1. So 3x equals to 2, x equals to 2 over 3. Then I want to get a y coordinate, right? So y equals to 3, 2 over 3 minus 1 squared. Cut, y equals to 1. Okay, so my coordinate is 2 over 3 and 1. Done. To find the h, can just substitute k equals to 12 over 5 into the h. Okay, good idea. No need to differentiate. No need to differentiate again, right? Why don't I never think about that? Yeah, thanks, Craig, for telling me that. Yeah, we can just literally sub the k equals to 12 over 5 back into this equation, right? To find, or back into the first equation. Then we can easily find the h from here. Okay, thanks, Craig, for letting me know that, and let all my other students know as well. Yep, so no need to differentiate 2 times. It's good. Alright, linear law. How many marks? 10 marks. Yeah, it's a lot. So table 2 show the value of two variables x and y obtained from an experiment. So the variable x and y related to the equation. We have an equation here. Y squared equals to Pn power of x, where n and p are constant. So based on the table 2, construct a values of log y. Okay, you can log 1 by 1. Yeah, if I do, I will just do like this, log 10x, and then I use the calculate function button. Then I put my 3.82. So okay, how many decimal? We see the scale given. If the scale give us for log 10y is 0.2 unit, basically I will add one more decimal. So in this case, I will take 2 decimal lah. Because 0.2 is 1 decimal, right? Add one more decimal is 2 decimal. So it's 0.58 for first one. Then I do calculate button again. I do 5.04. Then this is 0.70. Then I do calculate button again. Then I do 6.62. Then I get 0.82. Calculate button again. I got 10. This is 1 now, okay? This is 1. Then I calculate button again. This is 10.68. Then this is 1.03. Then lastly, 13.81. 1.14. Okay, this is, then we're done. 1 mark bonus mark question. Then they ask us to plot log 10y against x. Yeah, so you will use x and log 10y to draw your graph. So I believe you know how to plot lah. So if you have no idea how to plot, you let me know. Okay, then use your graph to find the value n and p. Okay, this one, you need to solve the equation given. So we have y squared equals to p n power x. Obviously, you know you want to get log 10 y, isn't it? So therefore, add the log 10 for both sides. So log 10 y squared equals to log 10 p n x. Okay, 2 I can move to the front for any log value. Then here is multiply p multiply nx, right? So it's log 10 p plus log 10 n power x. Alright, so the 2 I leave here first, never mind. Later I move to the other side. This one x I'm going to bring to the front. So it becomes log 10 n multiply x, isn't it? Plus log 10 p. So now I divide 2. So this one over 2, this one over 2. Okay, this is the equation I want. So obviously I know this one is the gradient, this is m. And this one is the vertical intercept. Okay, depending how you draw the graph, I can just like simple estimate. Okay, I'm not going to draw the full graph. This is log 10 y, this is x, right? So my x equals to 1, I start from something like 0.68. So yeah, so here is like 0.58. Then this is 1. So this is my first coordinate. Then definitely we have something like keep on going, right? So therefore, after you drew already, this is your C value. So this C value is very important. So in this case, I just assume, I do not know the answer. I haven't really joined. I just assume this is 0.3. Okay. Then, do you see my C is log 10 p over 2? This is my C, right? So it's equals to 0.3. Then by solving this one, log 10 p is 0.6. P is 10 power of 0.6. Okay, then I will just got the answer, which is 3.981. Okay, just read from your graph. If your graph is 0.5, you just take 0.5. 0.42, you just take 0.42. Read from your graph. This 0.3 is just a random example to give you some idea how to find the p and n. You want to find the n, I can literally take any two coordinate. So yeah, because I know this gradient, right? So I will just say log 10 n over 2 equals to, I will use the gradient formula from the table. I randomly select 2. Maybe I select these 2. Okay, so this one will be 1 minus 0.58 over 4 minus 1. Okay, so you can see I do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So use a calculator, 0.42 on the top, bottom is 3. Okay, then this answer times 2. Yeah, so therefore log 10 n equals to 7 over 25. Then n is just shift log answer. So n is just 1.905. Okay, this is how we find the n and p. But understand it is c and m. M is a gradient, c is a vertical intercept. Okay, then the part 2, correct the value of y for wrongly reading record. Okay, this one you need to see. Yeah, maybe one of the point is very far from the line. Then you just move this y value, go down to the necessary value. But this is log 10 y. So after you move already, you need to convert it back to the y value. Okay, so do I want to teach you this? Okay, maybe let me just go through the scheme here. Okay, so according to the marking scheme, you have 1 y, this one should be 1. But this value, you should go down to the 0.92. You should go down to 0.92, which is the correct one. Example, this one is, I just refer to the marking scheme. Okay, so, but the question is not asking about log 10 y, correct the value of y. Okay, because your y value actually is 10. Do you see that? So this one, if I want to correct to the correct y value, so the log 10 y is equal to 0.92. So my y value should be 10 power of 0.92. So it's 8.318. So this is the correct y value. Okay, so when you draw the graph already, you will find a point which is very far from your best fit of the straight line. Then you will just move it down to the point where they touch the line and then see what is your y value of that coordinate. Cool? 10 mark. Okay, by understand about all this basic. Năm nay. Okay, what is the time now? Oh my god, it's almost 12. Should we continue? Okay, maybe today is a bit crazy. We will go until I will try to finish this paper because I know the SPM is just around the corner. So maybe we will until 12. Yeah, it's a bit tiring for me, but let's do it. Point A and point B has a position vector. So OA is A, OB is B. So whenever position vector must always start from origin, and they'll say relative to O. But you must be careful. Sometimes the exam they can trap you. They say relative to the point P. Example. Then this one is called PA equals to A. PB equals to B. Okay, whatever relative, right, that one means is the origin. But most of the time they won't trap you. They will just be very nice relative to the point O. Given that L is the midpoint of OA, so yeah, so you just imagine if O to A is 1A. Right now we have a L is at the middle. So O to L is obviously is half A. Isn't it? Because L is a midpoint, so it's half of it, so it makes sense. Okay, then M is the point on OBs to give you this thing. So I got OM also. OM should be 3OB, right? OB is B. So yeah, we got OL, we got OM now. P is the point lines of LM. Then we have another equation about LP equals to KLM. Okay, we solve one by one. First thing, we solve LM first. So LM is LO plus OM. LO is negative half A. OM is 3B. Done. Okay, 2 mark. Okay, then we want to find AP. AP is hidden in this equation, so we kind of need to solve this equation. So I will say this is LA. Okay, I copy this equation, comes down first. LP equals to KLM. Because I want AP, right? So I will make LP become LA plus AP. Okay, equals to KLM. I copy the answer on the top plus 3B. Do I have LA? Yeah, we can find LA, right? LA is LO plus OA, right? Which is negative half B plus A. Okay, this one is negative half A plus A. Okay. Negative half A plus A, we can simplify. It's just half A. So LA is just half A plus AP equals to multiply the K into it. So right now I got my AP. I move my half A to the other side. So it become, take out the negative 1 over 2. So because this has a negative half also, right? So should be 1 plus KA. Yeah, basically you move the half A to the other side, then factorize out the negative half. You understand what is going on here. Okay, done. 2 mark. Then APB are collinear. So whenever collinear, we need to form an equation by ourselves, isn't it? So if I want to form the equation, I already have AP. I definitely will use AP. I will say AP equals to the lambda of AB. AB seems easier for me compared to something like PB, right? Yeah, obviously I know later I need to find PB, but it doesn't matter. I find AB first. Okay, this one is negative half 1 plus KA plus 3KB equals to a lambda. AB is AO plus OB, right? I'm not going to do so much. I'm going to write out to show you. AO is negative A, AB is B. Okay. Then I will just comparing A and B lah. I will comparing A now. If I comparing A, negative half 1 plus K equals to negative lambda. Okay. So yeah, I make lambda a subject lah. Never mind. So my lambda should equals to 1 over 2, 1 plus K. Okay. First equation maybe. Then we're comparing B. If I comparing B, I basically take the value beside the B lah. So this one B is 1 multiplied with lambda, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, I will say 3K equals to the lambda. So I got the lambda, I'm going to substitute into here lah. First equation into second one, which is 1 over 2, 1 plus K. Yeah, I will solve this one. So 6K equals to 1 plus K. Then K equals to 1 over 5. Okay. Then I will find lambda also. I will want to find a lambda also. I will start back here. So lambda should be 3 over 5. Okay, so this question asks me to find K, I done already. But some students might answer, why you find lambda? Because I need to solve this fraction. So just now I already got the lambda, which is 3 over 5, isn't it? Because 3 multiply K, what? K is 1 over 5, 3 multiply 1 over 5 is 3 over 5. So if lambda is 3 over 5 here, then it's not hard to get the PB, right? We just imagine we have a line A, P, B. Because A to P take 3 ratio, A to B take 5 ratios, this is 2, right? Isn't it? It makes sense, right? So therefore, AP over PB is basically 3 over 2. Done. Okay, this one is basically just get the ratio of them and then just write it down. Okay, easy. Next question. 10. Right, okay, just have I know it's quite late. Now we have a 2-minute break. Okay, I just go to drink some water and walk around. A bit tiring. So, yep, I come back in 2 minutes. Alright, let's continue. Number 10. Okay, in number 10 here, they actually asked us to find the area of shaded region. It shouldn't be too difficult, so we will just draw a line for this one. The y value is 5, right? So this is 5 here. So right now, I will integrate the curve from 5 to 6. It toward y-axis, right? So here must be dy. And here must be x as a subject. So we already have an equation x as a subject already, then it's fine. So if I do like this, I literally get the shaded area. And then you see carefully here we have a triangle, right? So this triangle is, here is 5, here is 5 also, right? So the area of triangle is quite easy to find. Half thy base thy height, which is 12.5. Isn't it? 25 over 2 is 12.5, right? Yeah, so it's 12.5. So the area of shaded region is this one plus 12.5. This 12.5 is because of the triangle, area of triangle. Okay, then we will just integrate this one. Insert the x equation now, which is 6y minus y squared. Okay, then this one, integrate 6y squared divided by 2, which is 3y squared, minus y cubed over 3, 5, 6, plus 12.5. Yeah, we just sub in some value into it lah. So this one is basically 3 times 36 minus yeah, maybe in the exam, how many mark? 5 mark. Okay, you pretend you substitute lah. Okay, give the examiner at least got chance to give you mark. Okay, minus, you sub in the 5, 3 5 squared minus 5 cubed over 3 plus 12.5. Okay, then yeah, this one then I play some cheat already lah. So this one is 6x minus x squared. So from 5 to 6. So I just assume my type already. I got 8 over 3 plus 12.5. So plus 12.5. 5 mark, just like that. Yeah, you can leave your fraction, no problem. 91 over 6. Okay, if you want, you just write a unit square lah. Okay, so it's not too hard as long as you can see and then you understand the whenever you want to integrate toward y-axis, you must make x as a subject. Okay, remember about this one if you want to integrate any area toward the y-axis. Okay, this one, based on the diagram 5, calculate the volume generated when the shaded region is rotated 360 degrees on the x-axis. Alright, then here will be 12. So if I rotate already, right, I should have something look like this lah. Yeah, so you can just imagine. So I will have some volume like this. So therefore, in order to get that volume, right, you should be able to see in the middle, we have a cone. Because the triangle rotates 360 degrees on the x-axis, right? The yellow color region is basically a cone. So this cone, we can use a cone formula to find, which is 1 over 3 pi r square h. So for this cone, right, because it rotates like this, right? So this one is the radius of the cone, and this one will be the height of the cone. So the radius basically is a y value, which is 4. And the height is basically is a 12, from 0 to 12 is 12. Then we'll just do 16 times 12 divided by 3. So is 16 times 12 divided by 3 is 64 pi. Okay, this 64 pi is the volume of cone. Remember, this is volume of cone. So right now, I will integrate the whole thing. Because if I integrate the curve, right, rotate on the x-axis, right, then I will get the whole area like this. I will get the whole area. So in order to get the shaded region rotate with me, I will need to minus the 64 pi, which is the yellow color cone. Okay, I hope you get the idea. So if volume rotate on x-axis, this is dx, here must be y squared, a to b, have a pi outside. So this is your volume formula. So I'm going to apply this formula here. Pi a to b is basically I will rotate from 0 to 12, isn't it? Yeah, I will rotate from 0 to 12. And then y squared, simplify this equation, y squared is x plus 4, right? So here is x plus 4 dx minus 64 pi. Okay, here you need to show the working how to get 64 pi lah, so the examiner can give you mark. Then here is a simple equation, I guess x squared over 2 plus 4x 12 minus 64 pi. Then 12 squared over 2 plus 48. This is 120 pi minus 64 pi minus 64, 56 pi. Done. 5 mark. Okay, this 5 mark is not like very hard, but you need to know which part you want to minus and or how to remove it. Okay, some students might not like about the cone formula. They say, sir, in the exam I don't remember about the cone formula, or I hate about any shapes. Then there's another way we can find the volume of cone, which is by integrate the straight line. The straight line equation is y equals to 1 over 3x, right? So if this straight line rotate on x-axis, you should get the same result. So volume is pi, integrate from 0 to 12, y squared. My y is 1 over 3x, my y squared is 1 over 9x squared, isn't it? So 1 over 9x squared, over 9 I take outside, x squared. Now is dy. Dx, rotate on x-axis. Okay, so my 1 over 9x squared, you can see I take out the 9. Okay, I take out the 1 over 9 basically. So then I will just solve the simple one inside. So this is x cubed over 3, 0 to 12. So sub the 12 cubed over 3, then divide by 9. Yeah, you see? I get 64 pi also. Yep. Both methods will also lead to the 64 pi. Depend which one you want to do. But if you prefer use a straight line, remember you will need to square it. Because I have the student literally just insert 1 over 3x into the equation. Because the formula here is y squared, isn't it? So this is the reason why you need to sub the y squared into it. Cool? I hope you can understand the 10 mark question. 11. A survey was conducted in the Kampong Perdana regarding the teenager aged 18 to 21 who are eligible to be automatic voter for the next general election. Okay, so it was found that the means of the teenager aged 18 to 21 is 150. So right now, at least I know mean is 150. And standard deviation is 9.5. So the probabilities of the resident being categorized as a teenager age 18 to age 21 is P. Find the value of P. Okay, so it's binomial because I have P and Q. So either they are teenager or they are not the teenager. If they are teenager, it's P. Not the teenager, it'll be Q. Okay, cool. So binomial we know means is basically is NP. So NP is 150. Standard deviation is square root NPQ. It's 9.5. So yeah, I will just solve this one to find out the P. Okay, so the first thing is I move I square both sides lah. This one I cancel, and then I submit the PQ. I submit the NP. Sorry, NP is 150. Q equals to 9.5 square. 361 over 4. Then Q will be this answer divided by 150. 361 over 600. Then P is 1 minus Q, isn't it? 1 minus the answer. 239 over 600. Or you prefer decimal, you can go ahead and take the decimal. 0.3983. Okay, this is how you get a P. Not too bad for maybe 2 mark. I don't know, 2 to 3 mark. Okay, if a residents from the Kampong Perdana are randomly selected, find the probability that more than 2 residents are not the teenager. Okay, more than 2 are not the teenager. Means how many of them you want them to be a teenager. So if like more than 2, right, like 3 is not the teenager, 10 people, right, that means 7 is the teenager. If 4 is not the teenager, that means 6 will be teenager. So and so on, right? You can see that if 5 is not the teenager, that means 5 will be the teenager. So that means you can keep on going up to 10, right? So if 10 is not the teenager, then we have 0. We have 0 is the teenager. Okay, so this one, if you don't want to change the p-value, sometimes I will just ask the student to change the p-value, it's easier. So this one, if I write the inequality, right, is it called x is less or equals to 7? Isn't it? Because this is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, isn't it? So in order to solve this one, I can use 1 to minus probability x is equals to 8 to minus the part I don't want, 9, and minus probability x equals to 10. Okay, if you want to change the Q into the P for this case, you can. Because this case, they purposely trap you. They say I'm not a teenager. But right now, the P is the teenager, right? So they are kind of opposite. Okay, if you don't want to change the P and Q, you kind of need to think the logic behind them. If not, you can just do as usual. But here I'm a bit lazy, okay? So I'm going to use a calculator. Yeah, you can just using the formula, right? If any one of you do not know how to use formula, you let me know. So right now I give myself a list for 8, 9, 10. My N is 10. My P is 0.3983. 3983. So basically right now is 1 minus 0.0103 minus 0.0015 minus 0.0001. Okay. 103 minus 0.0015 minus 0.0001. Okay, this is my answer. So my final answer should be 0.9881. Okay, done the binomial. Okay, if you prefer to do the what? At least 2, more than 2, right? You can do like this, but if you do like this, you need to change your P is the Q value 361 over 600. Then your Q will need to change to another one, which is 239 over 600. Okay, P and Q need to swap. Then you can do this. You definitely get the same answer as mine. If you didn't get the same answer, then you want to double check your working. Okay, B. The age of the customer of the restaurant in the Kampong Banana follow a normal distribution with the mean of 34.5 and standard deviation is 12.75. So the Water Responsible Awareness Campaign. So restaurant distributed food voucher to the customer aged 18 to 21. Calculate the number of food voucher distributed by the owner of the restaurant if there were 500 visitors that day. You need to understand what's the meaning of this mean. This mean is the average age of maybe the 500 people. Okay, depend how they conduct the survey. So this one is talking about age. So this one, 12.75 is also about age. Okay. So right now, I want to find how many of them are aged between 18 to 21. So I will change it to the Z. If I change them into the Z here, we will do this one, and Z is x minus mean over standard deviation, right? So this is my x value. So x minus mean over standard deviation. This one changed to the Z already. X minus mean over standard deviation. Okay, so let's do it. 18 minus 34.5 over 12.75. I would take maybe 2 to 3 decimal. 3 decimal should be okay. And this one is 21. So I just change this number to 21. Negative 1.059. Okay, so if I draw the bell-shaped diagram, it's kind of from here at negative 1.059 to maybe here, negative 1.294. So yeah, it's basically this area, right? So depend how you want to do it. You can use a you can use the calculator straight away too. Or we know that, okay, just in case some students don't have this advanced calculator, we know that both sides are symmetry, right? So I'm going to use the positive side because your table cannot find negative value, right? So I just assume this is symmetry, okay? 294 is 1.059. That's mean I will take the whole thing here, which is z is bigger than 1.059 minus this part. So this one is how to write. I said z is bigger than 1.059 minus probability z is bigger than 1.294. Then you can find from the table. Okay? Okay, just in case, I believe some students still do not understand. Yeah, I hope you can. If you cannot, then it's too bad. Okay, so maybe I sketched to give you some idea. This is 1.059 minus 1.294. So imagine if you top to minus, right, you literally get some part at the middle. You are literally get some middle part here. Okay, which is the shaded area I would want to find. Okay, so but since we have a calculator, we're not going to do like that. We just use a calculator, okay? We just say, okay, this is negative 1.294. This is negative 1.059. So yeah, we get the answer. 0.047. Just now we have 500 people, right? So I'm going to multiply 0.47. So we know how many students are in that age between 18 to 21. So 500 multiplied 0.047. So we have about 23.5, I would say. So this one is about 23.5. I would say we have about 24 people, round off. Okay? Because here the question asks us calculate the number of voucher need to distributed by the owner. They only give the voucher to 18 to 21, right? So we already know we have about 5% of the visitor are teenager in the age of 18 to 21. So they only will give this 5% of the people the voucher. Cool? Yes. 2 more questions. They will end the live today. I know it's 12 already. Yeah. Let's do about this one. Okay. Find the minimum velocity. We have the velocity equation. Yeah, you can read the question a little bit. A particle move along the straight line and passing through the fixed point O. Its velocity is given by v t squared minus 6t plus 8, where t is the time in a second after passing through O. Assume motion to the right is positive. Okay, so minimum dv dt equals to 0. So 2t minus 6 equals to 0, t equals to 3. Remember, don't stop here. We want to find v. So 3 squared minus 6, 3 plus 8. So it should be negative 1, isn't it? Negative 18. Yeah, negative 1. Okay, so find the range of the value of t during the particle move to the right. Here there is tell you move right means velocity is bigger than 0. Okay, so I'm going to do here maybe. When move right, this one for move right. So v equation is t squared minus 6t plus 8 is bigger than 0. Factorize this is quadratic inequality, isn't it? This is t minus 4, t minus 2. Okay, so t must be bigger than 4 or t must be less than 2. Never mind, I do step by step. Then we will draw out this one is 2 to 4, right? Then bigger going this 2 direction. So t must bigger than 4 and t must less than 2. Okay, this is the moment they will move right. Okay, done. The second part. Sketch the velocity time graph for the motion from 0 to 4. Okay, cool. So we already know the minimum velocity, right? Minimum velocity is negative 1 happen when time equals to 3. Okay, now if I want to draw the velocity time graph, I need my v equation definitely. T squared minus 6t plus 8. Okay, first thing is I want to find v-intercept. V-intercept is when t equals to 0, right? So v equals to 8. So that's mean I should get something like this. Okay, how do I know everything right so fast? Because I have an experience. Okay, so this one is 8, right? The intercept will be start from 8. Because just now, this one they intercept at 2 and 4. So this one they intercept at 2 and 4. And then the turning point, which is 3, happen at -1. Done. So this is my velocity time graph. And how do I know it's a U shape? Because for this quadratic equation, the coefficient of t squared is positive 1. Then I know it's a U shape. So I can draw very fast, 2 mark. Okay, lastly, the total distance traveled during the first 4 seconds after leaving a point O, 4 mark. Okay, for this 4 mark, right, if you have the V velocity time graph, it should be quite easy because we understand the area of the velocity time graph is the distance. And all of us learned about integration before, right? So we know how to find area easily. So, and we also know the area below the t-axis is a negative, right? So yeah, so this part is actually will give me negative. So later I will modulus it. So I will separate them. I will integrate 0 to 2, my v equation, which is t squared minus 6t plus 8. Plus another part, which is this one, I will integrate 2 to 4, t squared minus 6t plus 8. Here you can write dt if you want to. Write dt plus this one dt. And here I will modulus it because I already know this one later the area will be negative. So I will modulus it because it's below the t-axis, this part. Okay, so here I give them a name called distance. Okay, then we will let's do it. T cubed over 3 minus 3t squared plus 8t. Then 0 to 2 plus this one, same thing. T cubed over 3 minus 3t squared plus 8t. 2 to 4. Okay, here you can pretend you do some substitution. 2 cubed over 3 minus 3 2 squared plus 8 2 minus 0. So I literally pretend I'm substituting. So here I will do the same thing. 4 cubed over 3 minus 3 4 squared plus 8 4 minus substitute 2 cubed over 3 minus 3 2 squared. I'm so lazy to do this part, but yeah, I believe SPM teacher love this. So yeah, we'll just do. So after you do like this already, now is the time we play cheat, which is type in the calculator. I'm not going to do manually for all this. So this is x squared minus 6x plus 8. So this one is from 0 to 2. Yeah, so this one is 20 over 3. Because you already write something like this already, so the examiner will assume the next part you are using calculator already. So you don't need to be too worried. Yeah. And this one is confirmed correct one because it's from your calculator, isn't it? Okay, so here, because I forget to add the modulus, yeah. Or you can add the modulus at the end, I believe SPM should be fine. If higher level, they want you to add the modulus at the very beginning. But this one SPM, they are not so strict. So this is 2 to 4. So you can see, I will add the modulus for it. Negative 4 over 3. So yeah, add together is 24 over 3. 24 over 3 is 8, right? So yeah, they travel about 8 meters. Are they using the meter in this case? Yeah, meter, right? Yeah, in meter. So yeah, they literally travel. This is 24 divided by 3, right? It's 8 meters. Okay, this is how we get another 4 mark. For the 10 mark question, done. Cool. Come. One more. Okay, this question is a bit weird. I don't know. I want to call it as a K-bar or I don't want to. Because first, this is the first time I see the index number that doesn't give weightage one. Okay, because normally they want you to find the composite index. They must give you a weightage. So whenever they doesn't give you a weightage, we will just assume the weightage value is 1 for each. Okay? And this question got a little bit problem also because because normally I prefer to use multiple method to check whether the final answer is correct or not. Yeah, definitely I can check from a marking scheme. Yeah, marking scheme definitely give me one of the answer. But this one for the last part, I'm not sure. I think in this part, when I use the second method, right? Yeah, the difference is about 25 cents. So yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe it's because of the weightage problem. I don't know. But let's have a look. Most of the question I should be fine here. Okay, you have 4 types. So normally for the question like this, I would give myself a diagram now. Okay, we have something like J, K, L, M. Okay, this is the product lah. I don't know what is this product for. Raw material, is it? Yeah, raw material. Okay, then over here we have 4 index number. The index number is based on which year? 221 based on 2020 is this one. Okay, so then I will write the index number for 2021 based on 20. Isn't it? So I copy down 140, 120, 160, 150. Okay, then from 2021 to 2022. So this is the index number 2022 based on 2021. J increased 15%. Okay, so J increased. So here I will have a new index number, which is 22 based on 21. J increased 15%, 115. K increased 5%, 105. L has no change. It has not changed, 100. And M decreased 10%, 90. Okay, done. Okay, the price of the raw material of K 2021 is 96 ringgit. Find the corresponding price in 2020. So the tips here is you see the year, then choose the correct index number. This one relate to 2021 and 2020. So I will take, and then they're talking about material K, right? So therefore, I will take this one. Do you see the year? 2021 and 2020. And then looking for K material. So the index number formula tell me is price for 2021 over price for 2020. Multiply 100, I should get 120. And price for 2021 is given, is 96. So I will just insert 96 ringgit here. So I will solve this one to get the price for 2020. So price for 2020 basically is 96 divided by 1.2 in it. So is RM 80 ringgit. Okay, this is price for 2020. 2 mark. Then find the price index for all the material for 2021 based on 2020. So right now, they want us to find the index number for 22/20. Okay, this one, if you learn the index number before, you should know we can use something similar to the chain rule. If this one start with 22, then this one and end with 20. Because of these two number, right, they must be the same. Triangle, triangle. And then middle must be the same year, which is 21 and 21. Then we multiply them, divide by 100. Okay, basically we already have both of them. Basically index number for 22/21 multiply index number for 21/20 divide by 100. That's all. So therefore, it's quite easy. So 140, I can straight away type 140 multiply 140 multiply 115 divide by 100. 161 for first one. 120 times 105 divide by 100. 126. So 160. This one divide 100, 160. So 150 multiply 90 divide by 100. So it's 135. Okay, this one you already get all the index number for JKLM, which is they give you 3 marks for this. Done. Okay. Find the composite index for the cost of producing a cake. Basically, this cake we need to use all the 4 material JKLM. So therefore, in these cases, we will need to do the composite index. Okay, so and then they want the year 2022 based on 2020. So we use this one. Okay, so like I say, this one it doesn't give you the weightage. So if it doesn't give, I just assume 1 for each. Mean they are equally. So sum of weightage will be 4. So composite index, right? So basically everything times 1 is the 1, right? So it's 126 plus 160 plus 135 divided by 4. Okay, composite index formula is sum of index weightage over sum of weightage. Yeah. 161 plus 126 plus 160 plus 135 over 4. Yep, got the composite index 145.5. Done. Okay, done the part 1. Part 2. Okay, guess because they use the word hangs, find the cost of producing a cake for 2021. If the corresponding price for 2020 is 70.50. Okay, the challenging part for this question is because right now they're talking about cake. We don't have the composite index for another 2 index year, right? So I want to find, okay, so therefore over here, I want to find, the index number, the composite index number for 2120 and composite index number for 22/21. Okay, so basically the weightage is 1 is very easy. So basically you plus all the number divided by 4 only. Okay, because this is what happens when index number weightage is 1. So I divide by 4. So this one is 142.5. Then this one I will do the same thing also, 115. I'm not sure I want to use it later or not, but I will just add up to find each of the composite index. Plus 90 divided by 4. Okay, this is 102.5. Okay, now because the question want me to use the 145.5 to solve, because this one is the composite index for 22/20, right? Let's do it. So this one also index number, right? So price for 2022 divide price for 2020 times 100 should equals to 145.5. Just now we have 1 of the year. I believe they give us 2022 70 ringgit 50 cent. So here is 70 ringgit 50 cent. So from here I can get the price for 2020. But the question want the price for 2021, you know. So therefore we need to do more work here. So never mind, we find price for 2020 first by solving this simple algebra. Basically it's 70.50 divided by 1.455. So this one, it should be the price for 48 ringgit 45 cent. This is the price for 2020. So we want 21, right? So I have the 20, I want 21, I will use this one. So this one also is a index number, right? So price for 2021 over price for 2020 times 100 equals to 142.5. I have the price for 2020, which is 48 ringgit 45 cent. So I can find the price for 2021, which is what they want. So this answer multiply 1.425. The price is 69 ringgit 0.5 cent. Done. This is what they want to find the price for 2021. Just now I say I use different method to check. I don't get the answer, right? Because why? If they don't have the hang sign, because here they have the keyword. If Malay they call seterusnya, English they call hangs. Hence basically means what? Means you need to use the answer from C1 to solve the C2. So therefore no choice, I have to use the composite index for 2022 based on 2020. But if it doesn't say the word hence, right, I have the price for 2022. I want to find the price for 2021. Definitely, I will just use this one, right? 22/21. It's a lot faster. We don't need to do so many work. So therefore, I definitely use this one to check the answer. So this one tell me what? Price for 2022 over price for 2021 times 100, I will get 102.5, right? And price for 2022 then is given 70 ringgit 50 cent. So if I solve this one, price for 2021 is basically 70.50 divided by 1.005. Okay, 70.50 divided by 1.0025. So you can see I actually get 68 ringgit 78 cents. This is not good because both must always get the same answer, because this is how we can use the index number. So therefore, if I minus 69.005, you can see I literally missing about 27 cents. I don't know where the 27 cents go. If any one of you know, maybe you can let me know. So for me, I would just guess maybe this number, they doesn't really check through each of these. Yeah, or maybe it's because of the weightage. Yeah, I don't know. But logically, both must get the same answer. But I couldn't get the same answer. Yeah, this is a reason I find a bit weird for this question. Okay, finally, yeah, we're done. 2 questions for part C. This solution of triangle, I think I'm a bit lazy to do. If any one of you do not know how to do this solution of triangle, maybe you can let me know. I will make a separate video for it. Yeah, I want to thank all the students who can stay until 12:30. 12:22 lah. It's close to 12:30 for the MF class. Who will learn the MF until midnight? So now you guys are awesome. I'm not sure my moderator is still here or not. I want to thank the Crowley for drop by or help out, especially sometimes has a lot of easier way I couldn't see it, and then the Cray actually helped me to voice out so that I can tell the student that there is a easier way to solve this kind of question. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you guys can help me to share this video and click like. At least if you have no time to share, maybe help me to click like for this video. I'll see you guys on the next Wednesday for another new paper to discuss. If you join my member, I will see you guys tomorrow for the model paper discussion. Thank you so much and wish all of you have a wonderful night. Good night. Bye bye.